I think one of the most underrated things in modern life is silence. Not silence in some dramatic spiritual way, I just mean actual quiet, fewer inputs, fewer interruptions, fewer things pulling at your attention every few seconds. Because I didn't realize for a long time how much noise was living in my head, until I started getting away from it once in a while. And I don't even mean physical noise only, I mean the mental kind too. Notifications, messages, tabs open, background thoughts, things you still need to do. Stuff you forgot to reply to, little unfinished things, constantly sitting in the back of your mind. You can get so used to living with that level of internal noise that it starts to feel normal. And then the moment things get quiet, something shifts. You think more clearly, you notice your own thoughts more. You stop reacting quite so fast. You stop feeling like your attention belongs to everything except you. That was a big realization for me, because I used to think clarity came from trying harder. Like if I could just organize better, push harder, be more disciplined, think faster, then eventually I'd feel more in control. But honestly, I think sometimes clarity comes from removing things, not adding more. Less noise, less input, less constant mental friction. And I think that's why quiet places hit differently. When you're somewhere calm, your brain finally has room to finish a thought all the way through. You're not constantly being pulled sideways. You're not mentally restarting every 30 seconds. You're just there. And that sounds simple, but it's actually rare. A lot of us are so overstimulated all the time that stillness almost feels uncomfortable at first. Like your brain doesn't know what to do without the next thing arriving. And I think that says a lot. Because if silence feels strange, it might mean you haven't had enough of it. And I'm not saying everybody needs to disappear into the woods or sit in a treehouse to function. I just think most people need more moments where their mind is not being interrupted by 10 different things at once. Even a little bit of quiet can change how you feel. It can slow your thoughts down enough for you to actually hear them. It can help you notice what's really bothering you, what's draining you, what matters, what doesn't. And sometimes that kind of awareness is way more useful than another productivity trick. Because when your attention is constantly scattered, everything feels harder than it is. But when things get quieter, your brain can finally stop defending itself from constant input and start making sense of what's actually going on. And I think that's why silence can feel so powerful. Not because it magically fixes your life, but because it gives your mind a chance to come back to itself. And honestly, I think a lot of people are not missing motivation, they're missing quiet. They're missing enough space to think clearly again.